Welcome everyone back to our channel, and now I will talk about this issue. Please listen. Imagine you're sitting in your quiet kitchen, a fresh green salad in front of you, lightly drizzled with olive oil. It's got spinach, kale, cherry tomatoes, a few beets and dry roasted sunflower seeds. It looks like the perfect meal. Healthy, nutrient dense. But for someone over 60, this salad might be not as healthy as you think. In fact, some vegetables, while very nutritious, contain natural compounds that can put a strain on your heart as you age. After age 60, liver, kidney and heart function all decline slightly with age. That means your body processes plant toxins and potassium, which are abundant in vegetables, more slowly. Spinach and beets, two unexpected names. Spinach and beets are both rich in oxalate, a compound that can be linked to the formation of kidney stones and affect the ability to absorb calcium and magnesium, two minerals needed to maintain a steady heart rhythm. In young people, the body can easily filter excess oxalate, but in older people, especially those with a history of heart disease or high blood pressure, the accumulation of oxalate can increase the risk of irregular heartbeat, fatigue and abnormal blood pressure fluctuations. Another vegetable often considered the king of nutrition, kale, can contain goitrogens, substances that disrupt the thyroid gland if eaten in excess. An underactive thyroid can lead to a decrease in metabolism, increased cholesterol and blood pressure, all of which put a strain on the heart. Martin's story, and a small lesson from an unforgettable morning. Martin, 71, used to believe that eating clean was the key to longevity. Every morning, he juiced spinach, cucumber and celery, drinking it instead of breakfast. But after a few months, he started feeling tired, had an irregular heartbeat, and had slight chest pain after each meal. At first, he thought it was due to old age, but when the doctor checked him, his blood potassium level was above the allowed level, hyperkalemia, which can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. What shocked him most was not the disease, but the cause. "I don't smoke, don't drink alcohol, just eat salad and vegetable juice every day. And those things are weakening my heart," he said with a sad smile. Martin's story teaches us a small but important lesson. After 60, you need to eat not only healthy but also smart, knowing what your body needs and can tolerate. Now, you may be wondering, so which vegetables should I avoid? And why are some vegetables, although nutritious, prone to becoming a double-edged sword for the elderly heart? Don't worry. In the next part, we will expose 5 vegetables that are silently destroying your heart every day, and more, you will understand the hidden mechanism behind each vegetable, which most people overlook when shopping or preparing food. It is no wonder that kale and spinach are called superfoods. They are full of vitamins C, K, rich in fiber, antioxidants, and have anti-inflammatory properties. Many people over 60 choose them as an indispensable part of every meal, a choice that seems impossible to go wrong. But sometimes, the problem isn't a lack, but too much. Kale, when superfoods become a burden on the thyroid and the heart. Kale contains goitrogens, natural compounds that can interfere with the functioning of the thyroid gland, the gland that controls the body's metabolism, heart rate and energy levels. In young people, a small amount of goitrogens from vegetables will not have a significant effect. But after age 60, the thyroid is often slightly weakened, and eating kale every day, especially in raw form or juice, can put the body in a state of hyperthyroidism or mild hypothyroidism without realizing it. An abnormally active thyroid directly affects the heart, causing rapid heartbeat, palpitations, high blood pressure, and in some cases, atrial fibrillation, a dangerous form of heart rhythm disorder. Spinach, quietly accumulating oxalate and potassium. Spinach is known as a natural source of iron, but few people know that it is also one of the vegetables with the highest oxalate content. Oxalate not only reduces calcium absorption, but also contributes to the formation of kidney stones and weakens excretory function. That puts more pressure on the kidneys and heart, two organs that already slow down with age. In addition, spinach is high in potassium, which is often considered a good thing. However, if you are taking ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, which are very common in older people with high blood pressure, the amount of potassium in your blood can quickly exceed the safe threshold. The consequences: irregular heartbeat, slow heartbeat, feeling dizzy, even the risk of cardiac arrest if not detected early. Susan and her green living habit that almost caused trouble. Susan, 68, from Michigan, used to be proud of her vegan lifestyle. Every morning, she squeezed a glass of juice with kale, spinach, and a little lemon, a habit she maintained for years. Then, she started feeling tired all the time, had slight shortness of breath, and her heart rate was uncontrollable. Regularly. When she went to the doctor, she found that her TSH level was low, a sign of thyroid disorder. More importantly, her potassium level was also abnormally high even though she did not eat salty foods. When the doctor asked her what she ate every day, she told him very proudly. But it was the doctor who said something that shocked her. It's not true that eating a lot of vegetables is good, especially for a heart that has passed the age of 60. A small lesson from kale and spinach. Kale and spinach are not at fault. They are still very good vegetables. But how you eat them, the dosage, and each person's constitution are the deciding factors. After the age of 60, our bodies no longer process things as quickly as before. And if you keep eating these vegetables every day, without cooking them, without changing them, sooner or later your body will speak up. So, if you love kale or spinach, try boil them before eating to reduce oxalate and goitrogens. Don't juice them raw every day. Alternate with other vegetables such as Chinese cabbage, cooked broccoli, or romaine lettuce. Remember the last time you ate beets or Swiss chard. Brightly colored, fresh in flavor, and advertised as good for the liver, blood pressure, and detoxification. Especially for the elderly, this seems to be the perfect natural medicine. But hidden behind that beauty is a little-known fact. They contain extremely high levels of oxalate, which can harm your kidneys and indirectly affect your heart. Beets and Swiss chard, beautiful for the eyes, but not always good for the heart. Both beets and Swiss chard are among the top oxalate-rich foods. Oxalate is a natural compound that, when entering the body, binds with calcium to form oxalate crystals. If not effectively eliminated through the kidneys, they will accumulate into Stone's kidney. For people over 60 years old, the kidneys are often slightly weakened. Blood flow through the kidneys is reduced, and the ability to filter oxalate is also reduced. When the kidneys have to work too hard to process the amount of oxalate from these vegetables, there will be an increase in the circulatory burden, indirectly causing blood pressure to fluctuate and increasing the risk of heart damage. In addition, Swiss chard also contains quite a lot of alpha-lipoic acid. If eaten too much, can affect the balance of blood sugar and blood pressure, which is especially dangerous for people with a history of cardiovascular disease or diabetes. Mr. Walter's story, a tired heart because of a delicious vegetable. Mr. Walter, 73 years old in Colorado, always believes that eating a lot of vegetables is the way to live long. Every night, he mixes a salad with Swiss chard and a few slices of fresh beets, adding a little olive oil. Beautiful, delicious, and good for the blood, he often says. But after only a few months of maintaining this regimen, he started to feel mild back pain, painful urination, and discomfort in his lower abdomen. When he went for a checkup, the doctor discovered small stones in his kidneys and warned that if he did not change his eating habits, his kidney function would decline rapidly. Since then, his blood pressure has also started to fluctuate erratically, something he had never experienced before. The problem is not eating beets or chard, but eating them too often without realizing that your body, especially your old kidneys, cannot process them as well as before. Beets and Swiss chard are still nutritious foods when eaten properly and in the right amounts. Don't eliminate them from your diet, but respect the limits that age places on your body. Suggestions for you: limit eating too much raw beets, boil them to reduce oxalate. With Swiss chard, 1–2 times a week is enough, should not be included in the daily diet. If you have a history of kidney stones, talk to your doctor before eating these foods. Oxalate-rich vegetables. When it comes to healthy vegetables, broccoli and cabbage are definitely at the top of the list. They are present in most diet, detox, weight loss or anti-cancer menus. But for people over 60, sometimes what is good for youth needs to be considered more carefully when the body has entered the second half of life. Broccoli and cabbage, good friends or hidden enemies of the aging heart. Good food, but not for everyone at all times. Both broccoli and cabbage belong to the cruciferous vegetable family, a group of vegetables that are rich in glucosinolate, a powerful antioxidant that benefits the liver and prevents cancer. However, as the body ages, especially the thyroid and digestive system, weaken. Some elements in these vegetables can inadvertently disrupt hormones and increase the burden on the cardiovascular system. Specifically, glucosinolate, when broken down in the body, creates goitrin, a substance that can inhibit iodine absorption in the thyroid gland if eaten in excess. The thyroid regulates metabolism, heart rate and blood pressure, so when it is underactive, the heart is also affected. Crucial vegetables also cause bloating, strong gas. This not only causes abdominal discomfort, but also puts pressure on the diaphragm and heart, making people with heart disease feel more tired after meals. Clara, 69, lives in Florida and is a broccoli lover. She eats them almost every day, steamed or lightly stir-fried, believing that the more she eats, the healthier she gets. But recently, she has been feeling tired, a little nervous, and sometimes short of breath even without doing anything strenuous. When tested, the doctor said that her thyroid was slightly underactive, leading to an irregular heartbeat. The nutritionist asked her about her diet and found that she ate too many cruciferous vegetables without balancing them with iodine from other foods. After adjusting, adding low-sodium seaweed to her meals, and reducing the frequency of eating broccoli to 2 to 3 times a week, Clara felt lighter and her heart stabilized. We don't need to eliminate broccoli or cabbage from the menu because they are still good friends if used properly. But the important thing is, good does not mean more is better. Suggestions: eat cruciferous vegetables no more than 3 to 4 times a week if you're over 60. Steam or boil them lightly to reduce the amount of goitrin. Incorporate foods naturally rich in iodine, such as eggs, milk, seaweed unsalted, or use iodized salt. Harold, 74, used to be very proud of his diet. Every morning, he started with a banana smoothie with spinach, a little almond milk, and half an avocado. Lunch was a baked sweet potato and steamed vegetables with lots of white beans. It's good for the heart, he used to tell his wife. Until one day, he felt extremely tired, his heart was racing, and his limbs were slightly numb. When he was taken to the hospital, the doctor said something that surprised him. Your potassium level is too high, and that's why your heart is racing. Potassium, a double-edged sword for the heart. Potassium is an essential mineral, extremely important in maintaining a stable heart rate, helping the heart muscle contract properly, balance blood pressure. Therefore, many people, especially the elderly, are advised to eat foods rich in potassium such as spinach, kale, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, white beans, avocado, bananas. However, the problem lies in the kidneys. As we age, the kidneys no longer function as effectively as before. Removing excess potassium from the blood becomes more difficult, leading to hypokalemia, a dangerous condition for the heart. Symptoms of hypokalemia can include slowed heart rate, feeling weak, nauseous, arrhythmias, even severe cardiac arrest, facts that many people forget. According to statistics from the CDC, more than 20% of Americans over the age of 60 have kidney problems without knowing it. That means if you consume large amounts of potassium-rich foods without monitoring your kidney health, you could be putting your heart in danger. Like Mr. Harold, he thought he was taking care of his heart, but forgot that the heart and kidneys always work together. Takeaway: listen to your heart, but also your kidneys. Potassium is still important, but after age 60, you need to regularly monitor your kidney function. Don't eat too many potassium-rich foods at one meal. Avoid drinking fruit and vegetable juices that are too concentrated unless directed to do so. Ask your doctor about safe potassium levels if you're taking blood pressure medication or diuretics. Remember, healthy eating doesn't mean more is better. Sometimes good things can be dangerous if your body can't process them the way it did when you were younger. A 68-year-old Linda once told me a story about her health. She was a believer in vegetables are medicine, eating lots of them to keep her heart healthy. But lately, she's been feeling tired and sometimes out of breath even when she's not doing anything too strenuous. When she went to the doctor, she was told that age had changed the way her heart and body responded to foods she once thought were safe. The body changes over time indeed. Our hearts do not always respond to the same vegetables in the same way. When we are young, a healthy body can easily regulate all the nutrients and electrolytes from food, helping the heart beat steadily and strongly. However, after age 60, There are three main factors that affect how your heart receives vegetables. Decreased kidney function makes it difficult for the body to maintain the balance of minerals such as potassium and sodium. Decreased elasticity of blood vessels increases pressure on the heart, making the heart work harder. Changes in the autonomic nervous system, reducing the ability to regulate heart rate and blood pressure. These changes can cause some vegetables that you once believed were miracle drugs to cause an adverse reaction. Life example: David, 72, is a lover of spinach and celery, but after a while he noticed that his blood pressure was erratic and his heart was beating irregularly. The doctor said that the diet rich in potassium and sodium from vegetables combined with his reduced kidney function had changed the way his heart worked. Through Linda and David's story, we realize that maintaining the habit of eating green vegetables is very good, but it is important to understand that the body changes with age, and your heart needs to be listened to more carefully every day. Small lesson: don't assume that all healthy foods are suitable for you forever. Eating habits need to be adjusted based on personal health status. The body's ability to absorb and eliminate changes with age. Regularly check your health, especially your heart and kidney function, to have the most suitable diet. The story of Mary, 70 years old, still haunts me. She was a very healthy eater, especially loved vegetables every day. But then she started to feel a little short of breath when walking. Sometimes her heart beat fast and she was tired for no apparent reason. She didn't think that the vegetables she trusted could contribute to making her heart more tired. When vegetables are no longer friendly to the heart. In fact, vegetables are not always good medicine for your heart, especially when you are over 60 years old. Some vegetables can make your body difficult if your heart or kidneys begin to weaken. Here are 5 warning signs that the vegetables you eat may be silently harming your heart. Shortness of breath even with light activity. If you suddenly feel out of breath when doing light activities, such as walking around the house or climbing a few stairs, it could be a sign that your heart is working too hard due to an electrolyte imbalance from your diet. Irregular or abnormally fast heartbeat. Vegetables rich in potassium or containing a lot of oxalate can affect your heart rate. When your heart beats irregularly or too fast without stress or exercise, be careful. Swollen legs or feet. Swelling can signal that your heart isn't pumping blood effectively, causing fluid to build up in your lower limbs. Eating too many vegetables high in sodium or potassium without control can make the problem worse. Chronic fatigue. Lack of energy. Do you feel tired and lacking in energy even when you're getting enough rest? This could be a sign that your body is having trouble metabolizing certain nutrients from vegetables, especially if your kidneys aren't filtering them well. Dizziness, lightheadedness. A lack of blood flow to the brain due to a weak heart can lead to dizziness or lightheadedness. Small changes in your diet can increase this risk. Real-life example: Tom, 75, used to think that the more vegetables he ate, the better. But after a few months, he started to experience swelling in his legs and fatigue. After a checkup, his doctor discovered that he was eating too many potassium-rich vegetables, while his kidney function had decreased. He adjusted his diet according to professional advice and felt significantly better. Small lesson: listening to your body is the most important thing. When you see any of these signs, do not hesitate to see a doctor and discuss your vegetable diet with your doctor. Eating is not only a habit but also a way for you to take care of your heart every day. When I met Ms. Linda, a 68-year-old woman, she shared that she used to be very confused about choosing vegetables to eat so that they were both delicious and good for the heart. She said that she had heard a lot of conflicting advice and was afraid that eating vegetables would be harmful to her health. But after being consulted and trying some heart-friendly vegetables, she clearly felt her health improve, from daily energy to deeper sleep. Why is it necessary to choose heart-friendly vegetables after the age of 60? Through the previous sections, you have seen that not all vegetables are suitable for the aging heart. Therefore, choosing the right vegetables not only helps you enjoy the delicious taste, but also helps protect your cardiovascular health in the long term. Below are 6 types of vegetables that you should prioritize to include in your daily menu, both delicious and safe for the heart of people over 60 years old. Carrots. Carrots not only contain a lot of beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation and protect the heart. Mrs. Linda often boils or steams carrots, then mixes them with a little extra virgin olive oil, a simple but extremely nutritious dish. Baby kale. Unlike old kale, baby kale has much lower oxalate levels, helping you still enjoy vitamins K and C without overloading your heart and kidneys. Cucumber. This refreshing vegetable helps you replenish water, while also containing a lot of soluble fiber, helping to control blood pressure and cholesterol. Celery. Celery is rich in potassium, but in moderation, which is good for maintaining stable blood pressure. In addition, the flavonoids in celery also help protect the heart from damage caused by inflammation. Bell peppers. Red or yellow bell peppers are rich in vitamin C and antioxidant compounds that help reduce oxidative stress, one of the main causes of cardiovascular disease as we age. Asparagus. Asparagus is rich in folate and vitamin K, which support blood circulation and prevent abnormal blood clotting, which is very important for the elderly. Real-life example, Mr. James, 72, used to have problems with blood pressure and frequent fatigue. After being advised to switch to eating more vegetables like the above, combined with the habit of walking every morning, he felt healthier, his blood pressure was more stable and he slept much deeper. And with everything we have discovered together, you are very well prepared to take care of your heart and overall health. In the final part, we will review the word small lesson. Choosing the right vegetables is an important part of a healthy diet for people over 60. Don't be afraid to experiment. Listen to your body and adjust gradually. Small changes can make a big difference in your heart health. I remember meeting Mrs. Susan, a 65-year-old woman who diligently ate green vegetables because she believed that it was the only way to keep her heart healthy. But after a while, she still felt tired, sometimes even had swollen hands and feet and mild shortness of breath. Mrs. Susan shared that she often ate a lot of vegetables every day, even drank vegetable juice instead of breakfast. At first, I was quite surprised, because vegetables are inherently very good. Why is her heart not healthier? Why can green vegetables become an enemy if you make these mistakes? Green vegetables have countless benefits, but if eaten incorrectly or in excess, they can put pressure on the heart, kidneys, or disrupt the body's electrolyte balance, especially for people over 60. 1. Eating too many vegetables rich in oxalate or potassium at once. Many people think that the more vegetables they eat, the better, but for those with kidney or heart problems, excess oxalate or potassium can cause a buildup of toxins or increase blood pressure too. Drinking vegetable juice instead of meals. Juice removes important fiber, causing sugar and minerals to be absorbed into the body quickly, sometimes increasing the burden on the heart. 3. Not washing vegetables thoroughly. A seemingly small mistake can cause digestive problems, increase inflammation in the body, indirectly affecting cardiovascular health. 4. Overcooking vegetables or using unhealthy oils. Many people boil vegetables for too long, causing vitamins to be lost, or stir-fry vegetables with too much saturated oil. This can increase bad cholesterol and damage the heart. Real-life example, Mr. Tom, 70, used to eat a lot of spinach and kale every day, but he often drank vegetable juice instead of breakfast and stir-fried vegetables with a lot of butter. After being advised, he gradually reduced the juice, switched to lightly steamed vegetables and used olive oil instead of butter. After a few weeks, he saw significant improvement in his cardiovascular health and more stable blood pressure. Small lesson: green vegetables are a wonderful gift from nature, but like everything, balance is the most important thing. Eat vegetables properly, reasonably, and always listen to your body. Now that you know how to choose and use vegetables wisely, you have equipped yourself with valuable knowledge to protect your heart. In the final part, we will summarize the golden secrets to help you build a healthy eating and living habit, maintaining a healthy heart throughout old age. When Mrs. Linda turned 65, she still believed that eating a lot of green vegetables would keep her heart healthy. But after many years, she realized that the important thing is not eating a lot of green vegetables, but eating the right vegetables and in the right way. Why is eating smart more important than eating a lot of green vegetables? We often hear the saying eating a lot of green vegetables is good, but after the age of 60, the body no longer functions as before. The heart, kidneys, and digestive system all change, and that requires us to choose food more intelligently. Focusing only on the color green and forgetting about the nutritional content, interactions with drugs, or personal health can lead to unwanted consequences. Real-life example, Mrs. Linda had mild kidney failure, and her doctor warned her to limit vegetables rich in potassium and oxalate. After consulting a nutritionist, she began to adjust her diet, reducing some vegetables, adding safe vegetables, and combining a variety of different food groups. After just a few months, she felt more energetic, her blood pressure was stable, and especially her heart was much healthier than before. Small lesson, the key is to understand your body and eat smart, not just eat lots of green vegetables. Prioritize choosing vegetables that are suitable for your health condition, prepare them properly, and combine a variety of foods to maintain the best cardiovascular health. And so, together we have explored the journey of heart care through the choice of vegetables after the age of 60. This knowledge not only helps you eat well but also helps you live a healthy life, fully enjoying old age. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you find these shares useful, don't forget to apply and share with your loved ones to protect the heart, the most precious gift of life.